Hello, everybody. It's a beautiful morning here. Possibly it's not morning at your side. I'm going to say hello and welcome. Please, wherever or whatever you're doing, we know that this is going to add value to you. And I want to say thank you for joining us live. Perhaps you just stumbled on this, you got a notification and you just stumbled on this. I believe that God has something for you. That's why you stumbled on it. And if you're watching the replay, I want to say it's not by accident. I believe that something of value, just maybe a word, a sentence, or an experience, a story from what we'll be sharing this morning will add value to you. And before I go ahead on what we have for you, I'm just excited to introduce to you myself and my sisters. We bonded like sisters from another mother, and it's amazing how God has brought us together. We will be discussing true freedom and what it really means. And we'll be sharing our experiences. Some persons may know freedom, freedom, freedom. Is it something that's so far? Is it something achievable? With us discussing this, it will be something that you would be able to have value for, and you can put your comment down. My name is Dorcas Olarewaju. I'm a wife, a mom, and I work in the health sector. And by God's mercy and grace, I found this amazing digital business that has connected me with these amazing, beautiful sisters from all over the world, well represented. So I'm going to take you to Belgium, UK, and Nigeria. I'm from the US. So we introduce ourselves. Zakemi will take it over from me. And yes, please. Good to see all of you, my sisters.
Thank you, sis.
Yeah. Sakemi,
Nice seeing you too.
nice
Thank you,
seeing
ma.
you.
Yes, ma.
So let's our guests
So,
get
good
to meet you.
afternoon,
Yeah.
everyone, from my whole side
Uh-huh.
of the world. It's already okay, ma. Thank you, ma. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to our live in us this afternoon. And thank God it's Friday. Weekend is around the corner when we get to reflect on what the week has bring to our way. So welcome back. My name is Oluwakemi Ayeni. I'm originally from Nigeria, but currently living in the Belgium. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I work in the health sector, and I run this amazing online digital business. So thank you. Welcome aboard. Have your seat and let's go on.
All
Thank you,
right.
sis.
The UK.
Yes, yes, yes. Good morning from here. Yes, it's still morning here. It's past 11 a.m. in the UK. How are you all doing? Thank you for always joining and showing up for us. And for those of you that are meeting me for the first time, my name is Felicia Bossede Akintola, a mom to three amazing children, two young adults and a teenager, a wife, a registered nurse, and a digital business owner. Originally from Nigeria, but like I said, I live here in the UK now. So sit down and we hope you have an amazing time with us today because we'll be sharing with you what true freedom is not about money, what freedom means to us. We'll be sharing with you today.
All
Thank
right,
you.
so Sister Felicia, people will be thinking, say, true freedom is not about money. That's what we are going to discuss today. So people, I'm standing for you, like, okay. And people will be thinking, they're saying you're originally from the US,
Mm.
UK, Belgium, and they're all Nigerians. It's not possible for me to do anything. I'm in Nigeria and still in Nigeria. So before you even cut off that, so we're going to Nigeria.
Yes.
Sadiola,
Period, like the Gen Zs used to say.
period.
Good
Oh,
morning,
God.
everyone. Good morning, sisters. Good morning, our amazing followers, our friends, family, our great support. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I am live from Nigeria. So, and I've been doing this business for 3 years from Nigeria. So it is
Yes.
Mhm.
100% possible. You can run this amazing business from anywhere you are. Once you have your internet, you have your phone, your laptop, and you have the right mindset. In fact,
I love
you are more
that.
than good to go.
Is it my
Thank you
network?
so much. My name is
The
Adeola.
network is not good. Oh, God.
Ah,
No, we can
so
hear
you
you.
want
We can hear you,
can
Sadiola. I can hear you.
Go
can
ahead.
you
Let me
hear
know.
me?
Yes, I
Yes.
can. Don't worry. Go
Okay, all
ahead.
right, okay, all right. So my name is Adeola Toluse. I'm a Christian. I'm a wife and I'm a mom of two beautiful girls. And I run this amazing business from the comfort of my home. My children are in school
Mm.
and I'm working, I'm running my business. So it is possible. Where there is a will, there will always be
There's
a
a
way.
word.
So we're going to have an amazing time this morning. So sit back
I
and
can't even hear. It's even hanging by my own side as well.
and we can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay, sis, you can
Don't
go out and
worry.
come back.
Yeah. So we're not looking for the perfect environments. People
Ah,
who are seeing us can know that even with the situation of internet, you can
yeah.
still run our business. You know, Sister Adeola said, with the internet, with the whatever, even if your internet is buffering and buffering and buffering, when it connects again, you connect again to the
Yeah.
business blessings. That's awesome. So Sister Kemi is going to join back. And I like the fact that you said something, Sister Adiola, that mindset matters. Because wherever you are, if you have the right mindset, you will thrive. And that's the scripture. I'm going to quote the scripture that when they say there is a casting down, that's the book of Job. We will say there is a lifting up. There is a
Absolutely.
lifting up. So please, wherever, if you're watching us and you're thinking, no, this is too much for me, as you're saying it, you're experiencing it. So for us, we're going to go through the topic that we have. It says mindset, true freedom, money, everything. Now I have a question for Sister Felicia.
Yes.
So Felicia, what does true freedom mean to you beyond just money? What does it mean?
Wow. Thank you, sis. Can you hear me okay?
Everyone is good
Okay.
now.
Good, good. So, well, to me, I'll first say, what is freedom? So
Mhm,
freedom is, being able to do whatever you choose to do at whatever time is convenient for you, or whatever, environment, if it's, money wise, environment wise, time wise, and you're able to do it at the time that you wish to do it, not, someone dictating it to you. That's what freedom means, you know. And to me, freedom beyond money means, being able to take control of my life, being able to take control of my time, my choices, my peace of mind. Yes. The joy of being present for my children, because that's what freedom means to me beyond money. Because I know money is good. Yes, money is good. But I can tell you, sometimes we have the money, but we don't have the freedom. You can ask
mm,
me why. Yes, I know, because I like, before I started my business, I'm a registered nurse. I still work as a registered nurse. I was working as a registered nurse for 6 days a week. And 6 days a week, of course, I told you yesterday here that there was a year and over 70,000. Yeah. And so it's not the money, but there's no time, and that is not freedom to me, and that wasn't what I wanted. But because I had needs for those, the times that I had to go to work, of course I needed to go to work to make the money. And
mm,
yes, it is valid, that reason is valid. But on the other side of me, I knew that I wanted freedom. I
mm,
wanted, to be able to control my time. I wanted to have choices. I wanted to, say, okay, this is when I want to work. This is how long I want to work.
mm,
And, starting my business, because I'm going to be relating this to my business, because now I have freedom. I can tell you
mhm,
100%, you know, between yesterday and today, I've been able to, um, help somebody. Yes, I'll put it that way. Help, a woman like myself to start an online business from the comfort of my home, in my robe. Not
mhm,
like I didn't have to, put the scrubs on, put my shoes, and drive from one place to another. And that alone is freedom. Being able to run a business from the comfort of my home, that supplements, my earning, is freedom, because then I have time to work whenever I want to work. Like, I had an action taker even without me knowing. I only woke up and I saw action taker, and I saw the messages, in our group, in my coaches group, and everybody saying congratulations, Felicia, and all of that. And that to me is freedom. It's money cannot buy those things for me. For me, money cannot buy it. The fact that I can relax regardless of how much my business is giving me at the moment, regardless of what my salary is. Now I have choice to say, okay,
mm,
I'm only working 3 days a week. So if I want and I feel like I can take one day extra too, that is my choice. But
mm,
in the past, that wasn't choice for me. It was something I had to do because, of course, I needed it. It was needed. And I know you're out there. You feel like you also need the freedom, but then you're just stuck in this, back to back. It's valid, and there's a reason for that. But what if you can walk and get that freedom, like achieve that time freedom, financial freedom? freedom to make choice, freedom to live life on your own terms. Because honestly, it's been a blessing starting this business, because freedom. Now my head can really wrap around everything I want to do. I can focus properly. Even in the past, focus is not even part of it. I just do things. There was no time to think thoroughly. It's just, you just think, like rushing thinking, because the life was busy for me. But now I have freedom, and I know what it means to have freedom to be able to run business from the comfort of your robe. The money cannot even buy that. Yes, money cannot buy it all. Money Freedom to be able to earn income without anyone saying, okay, this is how many hours you have to work before you can get this money, this amount of money. That is freedom to me. Freedom to be able to bond with my children. Like I shared the other day, like my daughter sits and we chat and chat. She makes my hair and we chat. Previously, I know there's no time. Like me and my low cuts, I just rub it, I rush out. But now, I have choices. I want to make my hair, I make it. If I don't want to make it, I go and barb it again. Now I'm starting to plait it more, because there is time. Yes.
Wow.
And I can make that choices because I have that freedom of time. So freedom is not only, about having the money. It's about being able to make decision, being able to say, no, this is what I
Yes.
want, without anyone saying, no, you can't have it. So
Thank
that's
you.
freedom means to me. Thank you, sis.
Wow, thank you, Sister Felicia. She said it all. Like, it's not just about the money, because some persons, when we're saying, oh, people come and make income here, they already say they have the money. But do you have the time to even spend the money? Some persons, they think, oh, because you're in the health sector, I work in the IT, I can wake up, do my job at any time, I have the freedom. But in actual fact, that's not your own job. It's not your business. It's not for you. The boss can say, or the company can say, well, we don't need you anymore. So you won't have that true freedom anymore, to say, okay, where will the income come? So for it to be well balanced, true freedom is having the income as well as having the time and the peace in between to navigate both things. And in all honesty, that's what we have found in the online space, because there are many things behind the scene. One is automation. You may not understand, but that's why we give you the free access to say we have information that we guide you through to come and see. Aside from the information or the automation, because it's global, when you limit yourself to one company and you're pulling many jobs, just to make things, you're stressing. But because it's global, it's limitless. That's also true freedom. Thank you for explaining. Now I'm going to be asking this to myself, because I've had this experience and I found some persons saying the same thing. What advice would I give to someone scared to dream bigger? What advice will I have? Why this question is coming to me is, if you talk about being scared to dream big, you're dreaming, but you're looking at your budget and cutting off your dream because your budget cannot even sustain it. Many of us, we're in the cycle of living for the bills. As the income is coming, we already know where it's going and it's not enough. So the chance to even dream bigger outside of what you have inside of you, you're cutting it off. And in all honesty, being scared is just human, it's just natural. But that dream inside of us is a potential that has a possibility that God has put inside every one of us. So why do we have to cut off our dream? The good thing is to step out in faith, step out even scared. They say faith is not the absence of fear. Faith is stepping out even when you are, you have that thing in your mind to say dreaming big. And come to think of it, I changed my mind when I saw that dreaming big is an assignment from God to me. How about that? And I thought, oh, this dream, I know I don't have this at the moment, but it's an assignment from God. Shall I not obey Him? And it became something like, oh, and some persons, it's not just the fear of failure. Some persons is the fear of failure. Will I fail? How would I succeed? Whatever. Some were just scared of what the demands of success for us. Demands of success. We're thinking, oh, this business, you wake up 6 a.m., you wake up, must you do the life, must you do? But no, we're sacrificing more in the side of failure. in the side of comfort zone, we're sacrificing more. Some persons wake up so early to go to drive 1 hour, 40 minutes, how many minutes to their workplaces. What if that 40 minutes I can sit down during my break time and build a business that will turn around and take care of me? That is also dreaming big. Dreaming big does also mean just imagining things alone. It means taking action. Taking the action and say, I don't know where this is going to lead me. However, this is the calling, this is what I have in mind, and that's where I'm going to go to. The income, the freedom, the mindset, dreaming big without being stuck with fear is a different mindset. Is a mindset of we're able to get to where we're going to. And that's the company that we are in. As in, when I say company, this is our group here, this is our cycle in the digital business entrepreneurship. We know that many people are scared and we find something legitimate and of value. We are at it and we are sharing it. Thank you so much. That's it from me. I'm going to go to Nigeria. When we call Nigeria,
They fight.
Are you going to Nigeria by flight? I mean, by spirit.
you see, that's the beauty of what we have, my sister, and we are utilizing it. Say, I said we are going to go to Nigeria, we're already using it. Some persons have the access, but they don't even know how to navigate it for income. Okay, Adeola, you approve of things thriving because some persons feel, oh, going abroad is where they can make it. But there's a question I want to ask from you, that what made it different from you, I see, is mindset. So why do you believe that mindset is a starting point for freedom?
Okay. So, there is this saying that if you think you can, you're right. And if you think you can't, you are also right.
Awesome.
And so that is basically mindset. And like the Bible says, as a man thinks in his heart that is so easy. So
Wow.
mindset for everything one wants to do. In Yoruba money, okoni, okon la fi ń ṣe nǹkan. So it starts from our mindset. So that is the beauty of mindset. Look at. Let me just give this practical and simple example. You are thinking of somebody. Yeah, the person you just see maybe 2 days later the person messages you. It's
Ah,
mindset. So the mind is like a soil. It's like the breeding ground. So for whatever you want to do, if you once you settle it in your mind, you have done like the majority of the work. So I was talking to somebody and she said she wants to go to China, that she wants to start business, and she said she doesn't have money. And I said that is a very wrong step. That the first thing is to settle into your mind that you want to go to China. And do you know that she called me back maybe a week or two that, oh, my cousin said, well, this thing that you have to come and go to China, I'll give you money.
wow.
All just because you put your mind to it. And that is the beautiful thing about mindset. For anything you want to do at all, you need to settle it in your mind. And so for you to succeed in anything, it starts from your mind. Once you have, it's just like even household, house chores. You want to do it and you see that piles of clothes, you want to do laundry. But once you just make up your mind, well, mama shaking it, that strength will just come. And so for you to do anything in life, the starting point is your mindset. Because once you settle it in your mindset, the resources you need would come. Even you will be surprised at which, it's like puzzle. It just keeps adding up, and then you get the whole picture. You are not going to get, if you are waiting that I want everything to be set. You'll just be there. And do you know what? That thing that you have, that idea that you think you have in your mind, because you did not start it from your mindset, you are still like, maybe you will see another person doing it, because nature
Mm.
abhors vacuum. So I would say don't snooze on whatever you want to do, and that is what we are saying about this business. So people have been following me since 3 years ago. They are like, okay, let's see. And when I did 3 years, I was like, wow, just like that. I said, maybe you are still looking. It's the doing, and the doing starts from the mindset. When I wanted to start, I didn't see a lot of Nigerians living in
True.
Nigeria doing this. But I
True.
just said, you know what, all these people that are doing it, they don't have to end. So if they are succeeding, me, I'm not going to be an exception. I'm going to do it regardless of wherever they are. Because at the end of the day, it's the same system you have. So I'm like, okay, if it's
Mm.
the same system, there's nothing stopping me. I just have to settle it in my mind that, you know what, I'm going to do this. And a lot of the time you are anxious. Enter your rest. For whatever,
Mm.
enter your rest. You know, when you're like, Shemowale, just say, I enter my rest. I enter my rest. I enter my rest. Once you settle it in your mind, all the other ones, they are minute. The pieces will start forming together. So your mind is the breathing ground, because at the mind cannot be bare. So you're thinking of something. So instead of thinking of the negative of you cannot, why
Mm.
not think of I can? And then you'll be able to do it. So people, because you are going to think whether you like it, for or against. So don't think of the against, think of the for. That me not only shaking, I want to shake, no, I want sisters, why they don't have two heads. You know, it is possible,
Yeah,
and what you say it is possible,
yeah,
impossible and
Yeah.
impossible, they are
yeah,
the same letter.
constantly.
So choose
Mhm.
one. Like they say, choose your heart, but I'd rather choose impossible than
Yeah.
impossible. So God
Wow.
will help us in Jesus' name.
Amen. She crowned it. God will help us in Jesus' name. And somebody may be wondering, so you have somebody around you, you're saying, come and do this business. Somebody is traveling to China. It just shows that we give you opportunity to say, choose. We don't force people. If we're chasing family and friend, come and do, come and do. We will not achieve what we are here. So we allow you to say, okay, go test those ones and come and see. We're not traveling, flying up and down, to say, okay, do here, do here. It's also mindset. And also we have family and friends who have seen it. You're getting results. I know of someone who has been with me, say, when I started, I'll go and get the results. If it works, I will come and see. I did not know when she even became an action taker. I was just laughing. Say, I know you. I see when they say something in the family, you don't even question. Yeah, like, it's the grace of God. It's mindset we're talking about.
Yeah.
My sister in Belgium. This is Europe. I feel good. I feel good. Sister Kemi, I have this question for you, because some persons will be thinking, is that from Sister Kemi? That, you guys, you're talking about mindset. You ladies, you're talking about mindset. I'm scared, though. So we have addressed people who are very bold, like, I'm not scared of anything. I'm just watching. I'm scared. We have addressed them. But I want to ask you, did you have fears about stepping out of what were known to you? Your comfort zone, did you have any fear, and what were they, so you can share to people that may help, and how you overcame them too?
Thank you, sis, for that question. If there's any other word to quantify that fear, I will use it. In fact, 200% gone movie fear. What fear of what will people will say, especially my
Yeah, I had
husband.
that.
Maybe Sister Kemi said her husband was skeptical, 200%. Mine was, in fact, if I can even say 1,000, because the
Wow.
first thing was he had to call his cousin in Glasgow and said, Femi, yeah, he's up for shaking. What do you see to that? And that one works in, he do a remote job, so he knows everything
Oh,
about internet. That one went like 2 days. I was just disturbing him. He said, Femi, if you need feedback, my Femi mason. He hasn't. So I was just saying, this thing is in fact, he went ahead to talk with my mentor, that I just want to be sure that this is, because I've done a lot in the past that at the end of the day, Pabolo Jasi. So he said that this one, and even he said, èló la wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa èyí tí mo sọ pé ṣé o mọye tí yẹn máa wà lẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, ṣé o mọye blọọkì tó máa tò lé. I said that people are doing it. My own cannot be exception. Though I was scared of if I failed again, or what people will say, especially my husband was my number one fear. Pé a ní ojú ti gbélé yìí wá, kí ló tún fẹ́ ṣe yìí? But after a while, I thought of my why. My why was pushing me, because I was working in a night shift for good 5 years. I would do 10 hours night shift. I would get home around 7:30, and I was still working with agency. So anytime I'm free for my night shift, I do work with agency. They will call me. At times, they called me when it was not convenient at all. But I wouldn't want to say no, because when I need them, so they will not tell me they don't have job for me as well. So out of 24 hours, at times, I do work 18 hours. I will just go and do 10 hours night shift, got home, took my bath, just sleep for another 4 hours, then I will jump up again, go and do another 8 hours standing. Just like that. Until one day I was coming back from work and I slept off while driving. And my hand, I veered to the other side of the, and it was all those one-way road then. But luckily, there was no oncoming car. It was just as something just tapped me. I just opened my eyes. I said, yeah,
Wow.
I got home. I knelt down. I prayed. I cried that God, enough is enough. And for him to save my life that day, I know there's another opportunity for me. If not, thousands of people have died just like that. It was that day I said, no, that was the wake-up call for me, that I said, no, I can't continue living my life this way. My children are still young. Come on, team on me. So, so honestly, Yorùbá máa ń sọ pé Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ká kú nígbà táwọn ọmọ wa máa jó, tó máa
Àmì Jésù. Àmì.
So it was then I said, no, I prayed about it. And luckily, I've been seeing this advert, so many of them. In fact, I saw one before my mentor self. I checked it. I said, well, people you want to see today. So I saw my mentor's own and I listened to her story. I said, her own was even worse than my own, because she was saying she and her husband, they were living in the same house as stranger. As the husband coming back home in the evening, in the morning, she is ready to go. The husband was doing night, she is doing morning. That she was ready to. At times they change children at bus station or train station. I said, was it? But see, I had to call her, talk with her. My husband, just to verify that I'm not falling into wrong hand again. He said, no, and he talked with my mentor, and before he agreed. So, though another thing is that me to I cannot stand before people to talk, not to talk, talk less of facing the camera. That was another biggest thing. If I even join this business, what am I going to say? How am I going to face the camera? Then me and my children, we started practicing. I will talk 1 minute before the camera. I record myself. We will look at it. We will laugh. My children will say, Mama, you see, this is what we want to go outside. I said, don't worry, it will get better. And gradually, it got better. Today, if I look back and see where I was coming from, I always give thanks to God that for leading me towards this business. It's a great opportunity for me that I took to that. Upon the fear, I didn't let the fear to win. I checked out my why, my strong why, my purpose, my children. I've said it several times. My children will go to sport. If their father is not around, I'll be asking, because maybe I have to work that weekend. I'll be asking in the WhatsApp group to see if anybody can help me to bring my children to sport or drop them back at. So it got to a point I was embarrassed myself that but yes, so me myself, my conscience was so since now, here I am today. Now we are all at home. My children, because the school, they are off today, they have me time. Before Marty will pay me time to free time here, I will have jumped at another job again. Let me just quickly go and do 8 hours. But since I joined this business, firstly I stopped that night duty. Night duty, fine, in our own side of the world. I know UK, no extra allowance, but our own side is just double the payment. The money is good, but health-wise, it is not okay. People doing night shift, money, high blood pressure. It's not the best. Kamati was so in Joshua Meji Meta Kwakpo. So I stopped the night job, and after some months, I stopped the agency. I didn't even pick their call. I didn't pick their call again. So and that is it. And here I am today. I work on my own terms now. I have this week now. I've only worked 2 or 3 times. I think 2 times this week. Only on Wednesday and Monday. So and that is it.
And it's not the long hours like before.
It's not the long hours. I do 6 hours. I do 6 hours. Unlike 18 hours in a day before. And the pay is even more. They say when there is will, there's always a way. So we don't need permission. I'm using this opportunity to advise everybody out there. You've been thinking of what people will say, or you are waiting on validity of people around you. Or man sọ pé èrà ò fẹ́ pòpòrò dénú, kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ kóyàn sọ pé òun jẹ, débi tí èèyàn máa sọ pé òun yó. So someone telling you, she has been in the business, she's not doing well, it's a this. How's that person? Is the person doing his or her own due
I
diligence?
love that
We always
statement.
we always say this our system is doing 80%. The automation system is doing 80% of what we're supposed to do. The 20%, the remaining 20% is 10% is mindset. You have to change your mindset, and this is what we're talking about: freedom mindset. Have a mindset of an employee. You have, and the next 10% is your own impact. What are you bringing in your training site? Surrounding yourself with people that can support you, not you being in the business, staying alone, not doing anything, and you are expecting the business to work for you. It's not magic. And that is why most people out there will still go and fall into all those get rich quick business, because they are not ready to do anything. And they are basing their decision on to
Yes.
disqualify other people, because they know
Mm.
they are not doing what's supposed to do, and meanwhile they don't want another people to get inside. So that is not
Wow.
it. When you are in our business community, do your own due diligence. You are that 10%, it is important. It might be 5 minutes a day, it might be 10 minutes a day. Dear, one dear maybe dear long, not that you just invest in business and you go and be sleeping or telling people you are doing business without you doing anything. How will
Wow.
that work? Because see, miracle
Thank
manna will
you.
not fall from heaven. You have to do your own part as well and leave the rest. Surround yourself with people that can support you, people that will motivate you,
Mm.
people that see beyond what you are seeing, and they believe in you. They believe you can do it, even though if you don't believe in yourself. People that will motivate you to know that we know you can do this thing, and they will push you to get to that dreamland. So
Wow.
that is what the business we are talking about every day. So
Eshio.
thank you for your time.
Thank you, Sister Kemi. And I think you meant 10% of the mindset of a boss, because the
Yeah,
mindset of an employee will
No, no.
keep you in your
employer. Yeah,
comfort
Employer.
zone. Yes,
yeah,
like an
entrepreneur.
employer. Yes, an
Yeah.
entrepreneurial mindset. And that's what we're talking about. And we said it all. A lot of things will want to keep us in our comfort zone, because comfort zone could be comforting. However, the result of the comfort zone, it's at the end, you see the same time you would have used to take action, you will see that the same time you didn't take action, you have different results. I also like the fact that you touched this to say, oh, some persons say they did this business and it did not work for them. Whatever you're looking for, you're going to find. If you're
Exactly.
looking for people who will encourage you not to do it because they're not seeing results, you're going to find them. But if you're looking for people whose lives has been changed and say, this is what I want to be, this is where I
Mhm.
want to be, you're going to find them. So what are you looking for? That's the mindset. Well, I'm going to say to you, our viewers, maybe you watch the live stream or you're joining us. We're recapping. We have free information to share with you. We're not forcing anybody. And we're not saying, come and join, because we also want people who are serious minded.
Yeah.
We don't want people who will come, and employers are not looking for people who will not bring anything on the table and just
At
feel.
all.
Many people go to school, some people drop out, they fail, and they go say, oh, that school is bad. We don't want such people. We want people who prayed. The common factor for every one of us that you're seeing here is that we prayed. We
Yes.
prayed, and we're not just being religious, but we know that we needed help beyond ourselves. And thank God for the people who came out at the time we needed it. And that's why we're coming out to you, our audience. Perhaps this is something you're looking for. We feel you, we've been there. We're a work in progress, and we can take you on your journey and say, this is the way, this is how we're doing it. I don't know if we just have 1 seconds to wrap it up with our audience. I'll start with you, Sister Felicia, and then go to Sister Kemi and Adeola. Do you want to wrap up?
All right. Thank you very much, sis. Am I muted? No. Okay.
No.
No.
Thank you, sisters. Oh my God. Thank you for today's podcast. It's really been insightful. And, I'm sure someone out there would pick something from what we've said so far. And I just want to encourage someone. I know that everybody needs the freedom. We all deserve, the freedom, the time freedom, financial freedom. But because sometimes we find ourselves in a situation beyond our own control, and so many people tend to just stay there and continue
Mm,
to endure. It's not the best. I would just say it's not the best. Stop enduring. Try and take a step further to see what is possible. We are always coming out here to share our business opportunity. That's because we've tested it, and it can be trusted. And if
Awesome.
not, we won't be out here every day for the past. So many people have been here for 3 years. Sister Dorcas has been here for over 3 years. Sister Adeola 3 years. Sister Kemi 2 years. I'm nearly 2 years in the business. So if there's nothing that we are getting from this business, we will not be coming out here. This business is giving me freedom. It has given
Amen.
me choices. For me now, it's not about the liquid. Like, it's not about the money. It's about the freedom. It's about me knowing deep down in me that I'm building something, for my children. And I'm rest assured now because I have a backup. I have a plan B that is, it's growing steadily. My business is growing. This is not where I was when I started a year and 9 months ago, or a year and 10 months ago, approximately. And I am telling you, if you start today, in 2 years, oh my God, the kind of freedom you will have, it will even surpass your own imagination. And that is why I'm encouraging you today. Step out of that comfort zone. Don't be stuck there where
Mhm.
you feel like, I need the money. I need the money. I hear that a lot because I've worked among Africans, I've worked among even white, I've worked among so many people of diverse culture, yeah, diverse culture. And everybody keeps saying, well, they still say it. They keep saying, I need the money. I need the money. I'm used to the money. Yes, we need the money. But why can't you just take a step further and then start building something on the side? Maybe in another 1 year or 2 years, you can then have the choice, to work on your own terms and without the money being the problem,
Awesome.
without the money being the problem. So that's what I have
Thank
for you
you.
today. Go onto any website that resonates with you and
Yeah.
take that bold step and see where it leads you in a couple of years from now.
Thank you, Sis Felicia. Sis Kemi, your own is 30 seconds.
Ẹ má bínú, ṣé mo ti sọ too
Yeah.
much? Ó ṣe
Okay.
ká mi lára sí ni,
That
and
is our
30,
own. That is
30
our own.
out of
seconds.
the
Yeah.
Yeah,
abundance of
everybody.
heart.
Thank you.
That's where
Oh, yeah.
I said, yeah,
Sis
it's from the
Kemi.
abundance of my heart. That's why I'm pouring out.
We
Ẹ má
feel
bínú.
them. We've been there. Don't worry. Oh, yes, Sister Kemi. Off the mic, in my shape for you.
So thank you, sis. Yeah, and it's the problem. Thank you, sis.
I will.
If anyone is out there watching us, whether you're going to watch the replay, you are watching us live, and you have not taken that step, go ahead. Nothing is stopping you. Check our website. Check anyone that resonates with you. Check for our info section. We will be able to send the link to you. Watch the info section and see. Maybe this is where God is waiting for you to answer that prayer you've been praying for. Nothing good come out of comfort zone. It is safe, but nothing good come out of it. You just be there. How can you be somewhere? And I used to say, don't let it sound too uncomfortable before you start looking for location. Come and check the business out. It's working for people. It's worked for us here and thousands of people there. So yours cannot be exception. Thank you, sis.
All right. Thank you,
Oh,
Sister Deola.
Yes.
Don't forget, Sister
Thank you,
Felicia.
ma'am. You know,
And
I stopped working because I is what I wanted.
Mm.
So, and then, I've seen growing up over the years, people say that I stopped work to start doing business, and the business flop. And when they see their colleagues, they kind of hide. Now, even my colleagues at work, some that don't used to greet me, now when they greet me, they put ma.
Mm.
And I'm wondering,
Thank
where is this
you.
coming from?
Yeah.
It's just
mhm,
because of the
sick
success I have
madam.
recorded.
yeah.
True.
One of the things, like as Abiamo, was to buy things for my children and not having to ask my husband. This is
Mm.
something I do now without thinking about it. And I'm
Mm.
not saying 10,000, I'm not saying 20,000, I'm not saying 50,000 by His
Wow.
grace. All
Mm.
because I chose to face my fear and do something that is really worth it for me. So if you are looking for something that will make you to live life on your own terms, I can
Mm.
say it in my full chest. This business, it is.
It's working.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much. I acknowledge this. Is it Mama Adeola Adeboye says hello, everybody. You all inspire me. That's the
Mm.
reason why we're here to inspire you, to add value to you, because we've been where people are and we can relate. And that's what I'm going to wrap up here to say thank you for connecting with us wherever you've joined us live or you're watching this replay. We've prayed that this will add value to you, and we know it adds value to you. So as you keep thinking, don't overthink. I want to say this, that behind the scenes, when we were starting, one of us said, this business is just, she loves this business because it's fun. You are doing your house chores. She was cooking and she was running the business. That was what happened. She was
Oh,
cooking.
God.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
happened. Yeah, she was cooking and she was still running. I mean, she's still running this business. That's just what we can say.
Yeah.
Behind it, there's a good thing for you. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.